Howdy folks, Grebner here with Grebner Outdoors. Now it's shotgun season this weekend here in Illinois. And so I'm out of the woods because this year I'm a designated bow hunter. But I figured that I'd whip a camera on and show you what I've actually been using this year in my archery adventures. What is my archery deer hunting gear for this year? And to be completely honest with you, this isn't necessarily my deer hunting gear. This is what I use for deer hunting, because my setup would be fully capable with good shot placement of taking anything from polar bear or Cape buffalo on down the line to, of course, whitetail, rabbit, and squirrel. If my aim is true, of course. Now, I have held off on this video. Normally you would see a video from me early in the year about what I was taking to the woods. Well, to be completely honest with you, I can't stand when people make videos talking about gear that they haven't used. I'm guilty of it myself, and so I figured that I would change the world by changing myself first. And so while a lot of this gear you've seen me use before, I have a few key pieces of gear that are brand new for this year. First and foremost, my quiver. Old quiver, been using it for a couple of years now. It's a Palmer Bowworks Bowmate Elite quiver. It's a seal top quiver. You can see the hole there on the bottom. Protects your arrows, keeps your fletchings dry. It does have a brushed finish on it, so it will pick up briars and cockleburs, but it's very durable, which is important when you're me, because I'm notoriously hard on my equipment. Speaking of the arrows that I use are Easton Full Metal Jacket .300s, cut to 30 3/4 inches. I use 4-inch feathers, and I use a Nocturnal Nock. The broadhead that I choose to use is a 300 grain single beveled right hand bevel Werewolf with a standard insert, giving my arrow a total weight with Nocturnal Nock of about 750 grains. Without the Nocturnal Nock, I'm about 735 grains, which, because my Martin Hunter Recurve is 75 pounds at a 28-inch draw, that gives me 10 grains per pound of draw weight to maximize the kinetic energy that I'm going to get out of this bow. I also have at least a 20 to 21% amount of weight forward of the center point, which maximizes the momentum that this arrow is going to deliver into a target. And these broadheads are capable of fracturing a deer skull. So that is why I say, while this is what I use for archery hunting, I would feel confident in taking on a polar bear or a Cape buffalo with this particular setup. Now, I do have a little bit of extra crap here on the bow, and that is my Garmin Virb camera mounts. The Garmin Virbs are brand new for this year, and they are an incredible action camera. They're lightweight, they're weather resistant, and with the wrist remote that you see there, they can both be activated with minimal movement in the tree stand. They do have a fisheye lens, but you know, I don't necessarily need to be taking shots at game animals further than 20 yards. With that being said though, I also have modified my camera mount to be longer. This is 2 big game camera mounts that are stuck together and then rebolted. This allows me to extend the vision of my camera to where I would not have to position it differently whether I'm sitting or standing, and I optimize my usage of the actual fisheye lens. What's also nice about the Garmin Virbs though is that that big red lined button on the side automatically turns the camera on, has a 1-second delay, and then it begins recording. So if you're walking along like I have been and action starts to happen, all you've got to do is slap your cameras and you're rolling. Now these gloves here are very important. I'm finding the need very paramount with the harsh weather conditions here in Illinois to invest in some quality adventure clothing. These are Windstopper Sitka gloves, and while, you know, Optifade looks super badass, to be quite honest with you, Sitka gloves are very useful for a traditional archer because you have incredible warmth, and because they have a windstopper liner, you do not lose heat through convection of the wind blowing on your hands, but you maintain enough dexterity to where a Sitka windstopper glove like what you see here actually will allow you to still shoot accurately as a substitute for, say, an archery glove. Now I do have a Sitka transverse top, and in conjunction with some Kuiu merino wool base layers, it works excellent for stalking, but it's not very good for high winds in the tree stand. So I will be investing in some more high quality winter wear that you will be seeing reviews of in the future. I'm very grateful for all the positive feedback on my whitetail hunting adventures with the Recurve. I hope you guys will stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of Tex Grebner Outdoors. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at legallyconcealed.org. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors.